East African, eh?
East African.
So guys, I think we are very late with our program, so we'll just jump right into it. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate your time. My name is Rizu, the Vice Chairman of the club. We've been looking forward to this event. Kids, this event, basically we are celebrating it together with our 100 years of existence as a club, as Railways. And I want to thank, I can see our chairman is here, former chairman are here. And for me, without further ado, is just say thank you. We need to do this every now and then. I think you've seen what has been happening around the country. You know, there's a lot of problems. You know, there's a time when we were kids, we would expect rains on a different month. But nowadays, we don't really get it. And it's because, of course, of the human behavior that has been happening. You know, we've been very reluctant in what we are doing. Our environment is not taking care of it. And I think this been an annual thing that as a club we do. It's also something that we need to make sure it's a habit for us wherever we are, at home. Ushago kenda nyumbani, you know, plant a tree. You can even call it your name. It will help you in future. Yeah? We cannot be talking and yet we're not giving a solution to the problems that we're currently having. I mean, recently you saw what was happening in Egypt. The whole world was there. You know, all this talk about climate change. It's now deliberate that we have to do something for ourselves. We can no longer continue ignoring because the future is us. You guys will have nowhere to play. Where you stay is there a tree. Exactly. It used to be there before. Yeah? So we need to do something about it, guys. And for now, I need to invite the chairman of the club to continue with the rest of the program and invite the rest of the speakers for this particular event. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for taking time off your busy schedule to come and help us restore the forest in Karura. For those who are young, who maybe this is the first time, this is Railway Wanderers Football Club. This is where sometimes your dad disappears on Friday, on Thursdays, on Saturdays when you don't see him at home. So
Next an excuse.
not yeah, ongeza I can add on Friday. So the reason why we invited you as a family so that we have this event each and every year so that it's sustainable for us. I think the last person who was here when you were doing the planting, was it Benji was here? I'm sure.
The two of them were there.
Yeah, these two are here when we were last, but it was on the other side. You are not here anyway. But now that you guys are here, we hope to see you next year when you've actually grown. So you can imagine the height of the trees that these guys planted back then. So, and like Rizu was saying, let's make it a habit, even if it's at home. We still have some more trees that we can be able to plant elsewhere, not necessarily here. But since this is near us, so it is fitting for us to be able to plant here. Asanteni sana. With that, I'd just like to invite one of our former chairman, who has been a real gem to us. I mean, Olivier, I don't know if I start talking about it, it may take me the whole day. So let me just summarize it and invite you to be able to say a word or two.
Yeah, so just for the kids, so some have planted trees like Clarice, so we have already planted more than 3,000 trees. Okay. In 2 years we did 3,000 trees, and then I don't know, the agenda slip, and so I'm very happy that you bring back this as an annual event. It's not difficult to organize, it's just to call some fund, make a check, come with the family and enjoy. So kids, I have homework for you. After planting now, every day the morning you wake up and you ask your dad, when are we planting the trees with railways? To be sure that the date is set. Okay? Because they are all thinking about football, but they forget about that every morning we are happy to wake up and we can breathe because we have a forest that is there. We can drink because there is a forest to catch the water. So it's very key. So anyway, let's plant trees. Maybe, I don't know, someone is going to show the kids how we plant trees.
Edge. So make sure today you do your edge. So that's the first challenge. Yeah? No, we have enough for the kids. We have enough trees. Yeah. So that's a challenge for the kids. So my name is Eli, the forest restoration officer here in Karura Forest. So on behalf of the management of the forest, I know Railways Onras is not a guest or a visitor to this forest. This is actually your forest. So I'm happy that you chosen to decide to come back again and help us in the restoration of this forest. Yeah, the oxygen taken in for 90 minutes, this is one of the ways to replenish that oxygen. Yeah. So thank you so much on behalf of the management of the forest. So I want to give a brief about the forest. Maybe you guys can be attentive because I'll ask questions after this. So let's be attentive for a very short period of time, just for a while. Yeah. So this forest covers an area of 1,041 hectares. So it is divided into hectares, roughly 2,500 acres. Yeah, divided into 2 blocks. Interesting, yeah. interesting. Some members of the team do not know that we have a Karura on this side. Yeah. So this is still part of Karura. Limuru Road divides the forest into 2 blocks. Yeah, but this is the smaller part of the forest, about 244 hectares. So the other one is about 700 plus hectares. So we are in the process of restoring the forest. This used to be a very beautiful dry African mountain forest before the introduction of a number of exotic tree species, including the eucalyptus. The eucalyptus are Australian tree species introduced during the construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway. That train used to be powered by steam, yeah? And for you to get steam, you have to boil water, right? Yeah, and for you to boil water, you need fuel wood, yeah? So these trees were introduced purposely for that role, yeah? Yeah, to boil the water to power the locomotive train. So that's why I was saying we're in the process of restoring the forest. We want it, because this forest has now been gazetted as an unconsumptive forest. You're not supposed to extract any timber from the forest because of the role that it's playing now within the city. It's currently being referred to as the lungs of the city. This is where the city breathes from. A few years, 2 or 3 years ago, I think it's still ongoing, oxygen was very expensive. But having such a green space to replenish the oxygen is very important. That is why it is the duty and responsibility of everyone to guard and protect whatever green space that is available within them. Yes, macadamia is an ornamental tree. It has beautiful yellow flowers, yeah? Yeah, so if you want to beautify your compound, this is one of the trees to plant, right? And today I want to teach you something different. From today we want to use another term called tree growing and not tree planting. Okay? To grow a tree and to plant a tree are 2 different things. To plant a tree is what we are going to do now. But to grow it means looking after it. If you happen to go to Shags or where you live and plant a tree, it is often good to take care of that tree. How do you take care of that tree? Very early in the morning, yes, you water it, and then what else? You mulch it, and then
thin it.
You can thin it, yes. You can do. You can add manure, yes. You want to cut it down.
Cut it down. Sini yako.
You can weed it.
You can weed it, yes. Hey, good guys.
He said thin it.
I said
He said thin.
Thin it, yes.
That is right.
That's correct.
That's a good.
That's correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Also, Benji said it also.
Yeah. That's right. That's correct. Yeah. So you're smart, eh? You want to know, do you know the name of your tree? What's your name? What is your name? Elena. The name of your tree is the Nandi flame, the famous Nandi flame. Yes? Very beautiful red flowers. Yeah? Or call it the African tulip. For those who, the Nandi flame might sound difficult. Nandi flame, yeah? Or the African tulip. So, Maria's is Macamia. This is the same Nandi flame, yeah? This is the name. So then we got this one here called the Rwfc. Rwfc is a hardwood, yeah? The Kikuyus call it munyenye. It's endemic to Karura forest. It can only be found in dry upland forest, and Karura forest is one of them. So this is endemic to Karura. It's the most common tree here. Yeah. And then we have this one here. Can I tell you a story about this? Do you want to hear a story about this tree? This is called the waterberry, yeah? The waterberry is called zambarau in Swahili. You know zambarau? The purple berries, yeah? Very sweet purple berries. Very sweet purple berries when ripe, yeah? So, during our days, when we were in school, they used to ripen during school holidays. School holidays during our time were April and August. So, I used to gather the fruits of these trees so much. And if you go to a forest, not when you are alone, I'll tell you why you don't need to go alone into the forest. If you go to a forest and you want to know the best quality of fruits, track the monkeys, follow the monkeys. That tree which has the highest number of monkeys on it has the best quality of fruits. So one morning, using the same science, I followed a group of monkeys to a very big zambarau tree. I wanted to get fruits of this. We are just close to schools. So, using the same science, I went to that tree, and then there was this branch that had a lot of ripe waterberries, yeah, zambarau fruits. There was a very huge colobus monkey sitting on this branch. And I was your age, yeah? How old are you? 10?
9.
9.
10.
Yes.
10.
So I was your age. So I went up and I decided I was going for that same branch. While at the top, a fight between me and the huge colobus ensued. So there was a serious fight. Guys, I want you to guess who won the fight.
The monkey.
You are fighting. You know, I want you to imagine it's him, and a huge colobus monkey. Who do you think won the fight?
The monkey. Just me. The monkey.
It can't be you, of course.
It is the monkey.
At the top of the tree.
It's the monkey.
On top of a tree.
Oh, top of a tree.
Yes,
Monkey.
the monkey, definitely. The monkey won the fight. And I had to take the shortest route to get to the ground. Which route do you think that was?
Jumping.
It's either falling or jumping. Either of the two.
Falling. When you jump, did you grab a berry? You're being beaten up by a monkey.
Please ask him. Okay.
Eye on the prize.
Eye on the ball?
I'm telling you, you don't need to go to the forest alone when you are young. Okay? So you need to be in the company of somebody older than you. Who can be able to defend you from the monkey?
My mama.
Definitely it should be somebody older than you. Yes. And then for the parents, if you have a catchment area, if you have a land that runs to a river, and you have to conserve that spring, you want to conserve that catchment area. This is one of the best trees to plant.
Zambarau.
Yeah, the zambarau. Yeah, they do well along the rivers. They conserve the catchment. We're going to plant the trees and there is a way of doing it. In school you have learned about the three R rule. The 3 R's. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What is it? Reduce, reuse, and
Recycle.
good. So that is basically what we are going to do. We are not going to tear this back, right? Because we want to reuse them to raise seedlings for the next planting, right? So what we do, I want us to do the first tree. Can you lower the tree there? We are going to do the first tree with all of you guys. The first tree here. Come guys. Let's make friends today, yeah? With Mr. Trimmer. Do you want to come to this side? Some more others can come closer on this end because I want us to do it together. Alright? I want us to do it together. So because we said we want to reuse this bark, we don't tear it. Can somebody get some water? Make the tree, you add some water to the tree. Like that. Do you see what I've done?
Yes.
Remember, you're going to do your edge. So I want you to watch this. So you make sure that it's taken in all the water. And then, of course, I said Mommy and Daddy have given us permission to get married today, right? So they are not going to beat you up in my presence. So what we do, we press around. Can you help me press around? You press around. Let's press around, guys. Like that on the tree, and then we turn it upside down. Let him show. Let me show you. Let me show you first. You turn it upside down. Then you will now help me. A few of you will help me remove the bark. A few of you will help me remove the bark. Should come out, yes. Wow, a round of applause for yourself, guys. You've done a good job. Now we can be able to reuse this bark to raise another seedling. You bring your tree back this way. Sorry. Turn it back that way, right? Yeah? So, I want maybe half, yes? You, and you. Okay, let's lower the tree now. Lower it, down. Wow.
Now we cover it with soil.
Yes, now we cover it with soil, and the soil is here. Carefully. If you are done, you can give space for somebody else to do it. Give space for someone else to do it.
Hello, hi.
Fine,
How are you?
fine.
What have you been doing? What's your name?
That's 10.
How many trees have you planted?
20.
20. And how do you feel?
Good.
You feel good?
Yes.
Say thank you to Mom and Daddy.
Thank you.
All right.
We go to the different houses now.
How many have you planted?
This is my 11th one and I'm 10.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Maria.
And what are you doing here today?
Planting trees
Where?
in Karura forest.
How many trees have you planted?
20.
Good. How do you feel at the end of the day after planting the trees?
Good.
And what would you say to people who have not yet planted trees?
I say that they should plant more trees so we get more oxygen.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
What's your name?
Elena,
Today, what were you doing today?
planting trees.
How many have you planted?
15.
You've planted 15. Okay. And how do you feel at the end of the day?
Good.
You feel good? Perfect.
If you planted more than 2 trees, you can clap for yourself.
Have you seen Mamati?
That's why I didn't clap. Okay, so Eric will be speaking on behalf of the Rwfc club, the guys who planted, who donated very many trees.
134.
And then we'll do a group photo after that. And then Umosh will give us the vote of thanks, and then we'll be leaving. Yeah? So Eric, welcome.
Thank you, Duncan. Mine is to actually introduce one of the Rwfcs. As you know, we double up in many things, football and cycling. I was very glad to have the guys I cycle with donate, you said 134 trees.
134.2 trees.
Okay. There was a guy of 0.2, you have to meet him. So Danko's joined me with his daughter also. They've planted at least a good number of them.
They're documenting.
Yes, he will speak on behalf of the club.
Okay, thank you, Eric. So, well, just a few words first. I cycle with Eric in a cycling group called Rwfc, but he's also, of course, a member of you guys as a soccer player. But through and through, a good coach, especially in the riding bits. Now, they say that the best time to plant a tree was when?
20 years ago.
Oh, maybe even 100 years ago, right? When's the second best time to plant a tree?
Now.
So a tree was planted 100 years ago. And fast forward, the railway wanderers have now gone through a millennia. And symbolically have planted another set of trees that's going to take us as a society to the next millennia. So on behalf of Rwfc, we want to say that we admire what you've done, how far you've come, the fact that you're still together and doing things for society, and we look forward to hearing more of the wanderers in the future. So please accept the congratulations that the Rwfc have sent me with, and keep it up. Hopefully I can walk again.
No, if you come to the ball, let us ride. Thank you, Duncan.
All right.
So, vote of thanks, then we
Can
Sawa sawa. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
but when you chant,
So mine is just to say thank you to all of you guys taking your time, coming up here with your kids. It's very, very wonderful. Mr. Treeman asked us to do one thing once you've already planted your tree. Kids, once you plant the tree and you water it, what do? The last thing that you do?
Name it.
You name it, then what is the last thing that you do? You pray for it. Right. You pray for it. So for all the trees that we have planted, we will dedicate them. We'll ask God to send rain so that they grow. The trees that we've planted, probably when this tree is up, I'll not be here, but you kids are going to be here. Right?
Yes.
Takes a while for a tree to grow. So we can go ask the tree that you planted, how long it takes for it to grow. Okay? We'll ask the tree. 12 months, are you sure? But thank you so much, Olivier. It's good to see you. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us. Kids, this is the start. This is not the end. This is the first tree that you planted for some of you. We need to plant more because we know what the tree helps us with, right? What does it do? Yeah?
Rain and
Fresh air. Hey.
CBC.
It's waiting to harvest it.
So we will raise our hands, all of us. Let's raise our hands. Point them towards the trees. Point them towards the tree. So we are going to bless them. We are going to dedicate them. Okay? So you'll say this after me. Almighty Lord,
Almighty Lord,
we thank you for the trees that you blessed us with,
thank you for the trees that you blessed us with,
and even for the trees we planted today.
And even for the trees we planted today,
We ask that may you send rain
we ask that may you send rain
so that they may grow
so that they may grow
and give us fresh air.
and give us fresh air.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So thank you guys. We'll just take a group photo, then we disperse.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Kenjangwai.
So, what interested you most today?
Planting the trees and helping the earth.
So, how many trees have you planted?
13.
Your age is?
10.
Oh, you've exited.
Yes.
All right. So, what remains?
Huh?
What remains after planting trees?
I don't know.
Taking care of the tree. Make it grow. Right?
Yes.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
What's your name?
Ari.
Ari.
Yeah.
How many trees have you done?
I've done 22
The
trees.
highest number.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Feel nice helping the planet. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what would you advise those children who have not planted trees?
I'd advise them to come and plant trees and help the environment. It's also a nice family bonding time in planting trees. So yeah, I'd advise you to come and plant trees.
What's your experience at Karura Forest?
It's a nice experience. I've come here biking a few times, and I did a run here once. So yeah, I've really enjoyed coming to Karura Forest.
Right.
My name is Rizu, the vice chairman of Radio Wanderers. Today has been a very great day. The turnout was not as much as we expected as per our confirmations, but we really expect and hope in future we can have everybody come here and we can have great numbers. We have just to be deliberate. These things affecting us is a reality. We have seen our leaders currently are busy talking about climate change everywhere. Whenever you have any elections coming through, you can hear one of the promises and the pledges being done by our leaders is that we're going to have, it's one of, climate change is a big thing and big agenda in the manifesto. We have to be deliberate. We have seen the changes that are happening in the environment. We have seen that we can no longer predict when the rains are coming. I remember this year, I think this is a month that we're currently having rains for the entire 12 months that have passed. We are having droughts in our country. I want to appeal to my members. We have to be deliberate. Plant a tree wherever you are. When you go mashambani, when we are approaching Christmas, plant a tree. That tree might not be there when it finally grows up, but it will be there for the future of your generations. We can no longer be timid. We have to be bold. We can no longer be anxious, we have to be active. Let's push on and up the railways. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Paul Wari. I'm the current chairman of Really Wanderers Football Club. Today commemorates a special event for us, whereby we are celebrating 100 years of existence. So the activity for today was to be able to restore the forest in Karura, and as Really Wanderers, we've saw it fit for us to be able to partner with Karura to be able to help restore the forest. It's an activity that we intend to do each and every year to be able to commemorate this great club. We've had approximately over 400 trees. Our target, we've not yet reached our target. Our target was actually 1,000, so we are looking forward to closing that gap, most likely towards the next tree planting exercise that we'll be able to do. So thank you very much, and I think we've had a very great turnout. We've had turnout from as young as 1. The youngest member was 1 today. The oldest member, I think, is about 60 or 65 thereabout. So we had a great turnout across the diverse. There are kids who are here who participated in tree planting exercise, I think almost 6 or 7 years ago now. They've already grown, and they've grown together with the trees, so we're looking forward to also having the same kids that is 1 today when they turn 10 years to be able to come and see the restoration that we have done.
Next 1, 2, 3.
Who are we?